Hey, Kristin Miller here with my personal peace project. And I made the last emotional first aid video in Lassen Park when things weren't so good. It was so dry and we were burning all around us, and it wasn't a very good time. But today I'm going to make just a little updated one so that you can enjoy with me the rebirth that is happening all around me. Look at the mountain. We have snow, we have moisture, and our green, lovely, dried out old far northern California that has been burnt is returning back to life. Now, many of us still have some distress that has absolutely occurred during this time. So I want to give you just a little emotional first aid update so that you can deal with that distress. So just kind of do this with me. Let's first put one hand on top of the other at the center of the chest. Or, if you prefer, you can give yourself a hug, putting your hand around the outside of your arm and the other hand underneath your arm pit on the side of your body, about a hand's distance from it. And I just want you to breathe in some warmth, some comfort, some love, and relax into it. Breathing in that comforting, loving feeling, and relax into it. And then as you build this little cave of love and comfort, and maybe the only way you can do that is to think about your cat or your dog curled up in your lap. And that's okay. Breathing into this and creating this nest. Notice if there's anything that's disturbing you. If you're feeling anxious about the holidays, or you still have some distress over the fires, or the COVID surges, or the tornadoes that have happened in the Midwest, or whatever it is that might be distressing. And I'm just going to invite you to tap with me. Take a breath in and breathe out. And tap on the side of your hand, just really honoring and breathing into that distress and relaxing that distress into this little nest of love that you've created. And the corner of your eyebrow, breathing into that distress and breathing out of that distress. And the side of your eyes, breathing into that distress and out of that distress. And underneath your eyes, breathing into that distress and out of that distress. And underneath your nose, and underneath your lip. It's a little bit like letting that distress know that it's going to be okay, that right now we're safe and we can relax. And underneath your collarbones and all over your chest, breathing into that distress and breathing out. And underneath your arms. There's the armpit. It's up on the side of the body, kind of where we gave ourselves a hug just a minute ago. And we're going to tap there and just breathing into that distress. Maybe it's a big distress. And maybe it's a small distress. But we're just coming to meet it and letting it know that right now we're safe. And then those beautiful fingers of yours, tap on your pinky and your fourth finger and your middle finger and your first finger and thumb. And back up underneath your collarbones. Waking up that big heart. Letting your distress know that right now it's safe. And it can sink into this nest of love. And you're going to be with it. Take a big breath in. And hold it and let that breath out. Take a big breath in. And hold it. And let that breath out. Now we get to do it again. And we just tap through. We tap on the other side of the hand. Breathing into your distress. And letting it relax. Tapping on the corners of your eyebrows, maybe on the other side or both sides. Breathing into the distress. Relaxing into the little love nest you've made for yourself. Letting yourself know underneath your eyes that you're safe now. Underneath your nose, underneath your lip, underneath your collarbones, and all over the chest, and underneath your arms, and that little finger on the other side, and the fourth finger, and the middle finger, and the first finger, and the thumb, and back up underneath your collarbones. And check back in. My guess is that distress is a little less, and you can relax a little. Emotional first aid is really simple. We notice the distress. We breathe into it. We tap a little, and we let ourselves know that we're safe now. Have a beautiful day. Talk to you soon.